Hello everyone and welcome to the Triathlete Triathlon and Endurance channel. My name's Danny for those that are new around here, and I do hope all my regular viewers are keeping well. In this week's video, what I thought I would do is explore with you and show you how I'm getting on since my recent shoulder surgery. So if you didn't see the last video that I put up post-surgery, you can check that out in the cards. But you know, to keep this channel current and up to date, I thought it was time to address how I'm approaching training since my shoulder surgery. So things like, what am I getting up to? What things can I actually do? And what limitations do I actually have? So surgery for me was just over 8 days ago now, and I suppose by the time this video goes out, we're looking at 11-12 days. And I think the main thing I was concerned about was, well, what would I be able to do over? And the main concern really was around my running. And as you know, if you've watched a previous video, you would have seen that I'm taking on the Barcelona Marathon in March. So I didn't really want to take too long out, considering that, you know, I've built up considerable good run fitness to this point, and I didn't want to lose any of that really. You know, I also knew that cycling wasn't going to be an issue because I could jump on the turbo and spin my legs. I don't have to worry about going outside, and to be honest, I can't cycle outside yet. One, it's too much of a risk, but secondly, putting the weight on the shoulder, it isn't quite ready for that, and yet I do have considerable pain if I try and push and pull on it. Okay, I'm flashing up my Training Peaks account here because I think this helps to put things into some perspective. And you can basically see I didn't do much post-surgery for a few days, although I did spin the legs on Zwift on the Saturday, more so because I felt guilty in not moving. Now I did that with the sling on my arm and everything was pretty much okay. Now one of the interesting things, if you're a bit of a data geek, is my heart rate on any of those early sessions was sky high. And I mean, yeah, for the level of effort and the amount of watts that I was putting out, yeah, which is just probably a hangover from the drugs, the anesthetic and all those kind of things, but it has started to gradually go back to normal now. So if we return to the Training Peaks account and look at the following week, now my coach Phil left the plan totally blank this week because it was really up to me to guide that recovery and give me time, I suppose, to recuperate. But you can actually see that I added some bits and pieces in, nothing strenuous, nothing long, a little bit of cycling, a little bit of running, walking, trotting, whatever you want to call it. And the whole point of those was really just to get me moving and get some load back in my legs, hence all the activities that I planned and put in myself across this week. Now, when carrying out those activities, the one I was most concerned with was the running. But it's been okay, and if you think about the mechanics of running, when you're running there isn't an awful lot of movement in your shoulder. So actually when I did that on the treadmill, it felt controlled. As long as I kept the speed down and there wasn't loads of movement, it was absolutely fine. Now I'm not kidding myself here, I'm not actually gaining any fitness from these. In fact, what I'm trying to do is just stop the fall off so much, and more importantly, just keep some load in my legs. Again, you know, my heart rate was sky high through those earlier runs, but like I've said before, it started to come back down and return to normal now. Hey everyone, join me on Saturday, and this is the first activity that I've had outside since my op. And I've just run 10 miles, but I've had to stop and record this bit. I'm on my phone. Purely I'm holding it with my right hand. There's no way I can run and hold my other arm steady. But yeah, good run. I'm really pleased actually. It's not too bad. No issues. I can definitely get back to running properly and add in some speed work now. Now, of course, in between all this, I'm trying to fit the rehab exercises in, and I'm trying to do those 3 times a day that the physios have given me. So that's really just to try and increase the range and motion in my shoulder, but obviously build back some strength in it. It's getting there. I really am happy with the progress it's making. So there you have it, guys. That's me currently and where I'm at with training and what I'm trying to do. The physio and rehab work will continue. For that, you know, that's going to continue continue for a number of weeks until I get the full range of movement and strength back into it. Next week I've actually asked Phil to plan as normal. So as normal in terms of the bike workouts and the run workouts, because you know what, if I can't do them, I just slow down, or I just stop, or I just reduce the load and the intensity. It's not that difficult to do, and that's the thing to keep in mind. And the other thing that I'm doing, and it's a bit of a sneak peek here to some of the 2 other videos that I'm going to be releasing in the next week or so, is using my new ice bath recovery pod, which is all part of the recovery and rehab that I'm trying to do. Right guys, I'm going to leave that one there. Thanks for watching. Do stay tuned for those ice pod videos coming up, as well as a bonus video from my coach Phil, who we've done a new one and an update one that will be released in the next week or so as well. So the channel has got a lot of content lined up that's ready to release over the Christmas period and leading into that. So if you're new around here, do hit the sub button because it is much appreciated, and I will see you all in the next one.